dripping on the front of it. I'm hoping that was just some condensation dripping already. I'm sure he has the air conditioning going in there. Maybe it was the air conditioner. I don't know. We'll take a look at it, I guess, better once we get it up to the house. What he's doing now, I don't know if he's talking on the other side. There's some trees and brush and stuff that has grown over into the driveway, rubbing on the vehicles when we pass. So he's just taking some of those out, getting them so they won't be brushing on the vehicles. By any means, we're just a small channel trying to grow, but just to put this out there, like I said, we are not sponsored in any means, by any means. We purchased our new addition from Mount Airy Equipment. That's where we got it, and we dealt with a fella named Jeffrey, and he was super nice and super helpful in us making our decision. So Mike and I, we have talked, went back and forth whether to get an excavator or possibly get an excavator or a skid steer, and we've been back and forth and trying to decide what would be our best option for up here on our land. And so ultimately, of course, we decided to go with the excavator because of the amount of trees that we have down and all the brush that we have up here. I just feel like there's so much more that we can do with the excavator than we could with the skid steer, as far as picking stuff up, moving things, and it's got that blade on the front. And of course, plus we have our John Deere tractor that's well, it looks kind of rough. It can get the job done. If you've watched any of our past videos where we just about demolished our John Deere tractor, it still looks pretty rough, but it still runs. So it'll be in some videos too. Right now we're having to get the cylinders replaced or repaired on it, so that we can use the bucket on it again on the John Deere tractor. But we'll have it up here, back up here, hopefully not too long, and put it back into works up here on Liberty Hill. But he's looks like he's trying to, I don't know if he's telling on his microphone what he's doing, but it looks like he's trying to take out some of the brush and stuff. I'm not sure exactly really, but it looks like everything that he broke off and back there that was sticking into the driveway, he's carrying with him up there to put on our land. Because the land here is on the left and the right of the driveway. Right here is not actually ours, not yet. Not at this point. It's a neighbor's property, and we just have right-of-way access to our property through this area here. But further up here at the curve, when we curve to go up to our place, that's where our property starts on the right-hand side all the way. So I'm sure he'll drop all those limbs and everything off there. Looks like he might be just trying to push some of those briars and stuff down. I don't know. So we get this excavator, and it's kind of nerve-wracking to say the least. Because we're not made of money by any means, and that's not a cheap piece of equipment. But we hope to have it paid off before we retire, and hope, considering we get to retire, we may not ever retire, but we hope to, because this is Liberty Hill is where we plan to retire to eventually. But hopefully between now and then we can have this property looking better. And Mike has ran equipment for over 20 years. He's got over 20 years experience of running equipment, so you know, hopefully he can get a lot done with that excavator. And you know, you never know, might be able to pick up a side job or two with it as well. But we've talked about maybe trying to start a farm, but right now, I mean, because we don't live here permanently, having any kind of livestock is just out of the question. We do let one of our neighbors use some of our property, a little small part that we've never really videoed, but it's a little piece of pasture land that's fenced in, and so he does from time to time have cows that he puts out there on it, but that's his. We don't charge him anything. He's a good neighbor. He's been good to us, so we just let him use the land, and we're okay with that. But he's been really good to us, this neighbor, and you know, if a bad storm or something comes through, you know, he'll come up here and check the house, make sure it's okay. And they've even, you know, if a tree falls across the driveway and they come up through here, they'll even saw up the tree, get it out of the driveway. Just super good people. You know, some people like that, it's just hard to come by anymore. But they are some good people up here in this area, and we're thankful to have good neighbors up here. So, but anyway, we do let him use that part of the land to put cows on. But eventually we might have some animals up here, but right now we're just going to stick with the wildlife that's out here that we don't have to feed and try to contain. Dropped off all that brush. So where we just made that little turn, the land here on the right, that's our land. All the land here on the left belongs to another neighbor, a different neighbor. But everything on the right that you see is ours. all of this back up there along those trees and further on up on the ridge. So we have 51 acres here, and majority of this 51 acres looks just like this. It's with all these pine trees, and I've shown in other videos too, all the pine trees that are coming up, and we've tried to kill them and do away with them. Well, we've decided that, you know, maybe they're here, all these pine trees, you know, maybe it's been right in front of us the whole time. So we have talked about maybe trying to start a pine tree farm, but I don't know a whole lot about all of that. But that's where we're going to have to talk with people at Virginia Tech and with the local forestry people, and try to find out some more information about all of that. So that will be coming soon, or, you know, eventually. We hope to get all of that and try to get more information. We're hoping to do that today, if I can get Mike off this piece of equipment now that it's in his hands. That might be a harder task than said. Also, with this piece of equipment, with this excavator, we hope to finish up our little building pad. We're going to be, we've got one price on the building, but, you know, Mom always taught me, don't go with the first place. You know, you need to shop around. So we're going to talk to some others and get some more prices and quotes on building us a building up here. So that too will hopefully be in the works soon. We hope anyway. That's our plan. And there's still pieces of this land that we've not even stepped on. I mean, pieces that we've not even seen. Hadn't been able to make it to. But we hope to be able to dive into new territories on this land and see some areas that we haven't seen. As far as we know, I mean, we would love to have a little creek or something like that on here, but on this land, but as far as we know, there's not any. We do know that there's a spring when the land opens up here more, because right up here, right up there in front of him, the land becomes ours on both left and right side of the driveway. And we know that there's a spring on the left hand side, but we're hoping that we can you know, find more water on the land. We've got that one little spring, and I don't know, there's different areas that has rocks just kind of piled and stacked. I mean, it's hard to see right now, but you can definitely see them in the winter months when everything's thinned out, you know. I don't know if people, you know, pile rocks on them to try to stop water, or if it just happened to be a good spot to pile rocks. I don't know. But this driveway, I was saying earlier about how this driveway, oh my goodness, it looks good right through here. But further up, you'll see on video here that, oh my goodness, it's just getting absolutely terrible. And I drove my car up. We brought a car and a truck last night, and I tell you what, I just didn't know if my little car is a Kia Soul, and I know it's old and paid for, but still, that's my transportation. I didn't know that my little Kia Soul was going to make it up here. But I did. I made it. That little car might not last me but a week more, but it's been a good little car. See, right here is an old tree stand somebody had made, and I guess was hunting out of it for a while. Of course, it's seen as better days, but anyway, right out through here is where our property starts on the left. So looking straight ahead now, it's everything on the left and the right that's our property now. So everything that's on the left and the right is our property here. I'm starting to smell a skunk somewhere. This little trail right there, we've seen several bears down that trail. One of these days we want to open this trail back up too. It hadn't been traveled in several years. But you can see how it's washing out right there too. Pretty cool how that's well, I mean, it's washing it out. I don't know if I can pick it up on here or not. But it's got, it just looks like a little colony or something. I don't know. Like a bunch of little tiny towers. Pretty cool how it looks though. I don't know if the camera's picking up how it looks, but in person it looks pretty cool. See all those pine trees? Looks like we're starting a pine tree farm already. And it's all part of God's work. Know how well all the pine trees over there are showing up, but pine trees for days. They just need to be thinned out with the other trees so it doesn't kill them, and so one of these days our children can harvest these trees again. Well, I say again, we didn't harvest them, but somebody else did before we bought the land, but one of these days our kids can harvest these trees and make them some money, and we hope we got a couple little ideas in mind, that hoping that we'll be able to make a little bit for our retirement off of it as well. That's part of our goal anyway. Some of you, well, our channel's still real small. We're hoping that it will grow, and but it's, you know, of course, it's a little small channel. We just have a handful of subscribers, which I'm thankful for each and every one. But it has always been a dream of mine and Mike's, you know, to have us a piece of property, and we've always wanted to have a house right in the center of it, and a big piece of property. When I met Mike, we met on a blind date, and on that blind date we saw each other every day until we got married, except for 2 days. We missed seeing each other, but we met in January, on January 6th, and we got married that same year, April 16th. So we only knew each other like 3 months when we got married, and we had a nice wedding. You know, nice church wedding and everything, but you know, we just fell head over heels for each other, and so we got married. And it was always our dream. We both, even back then, our dream was to have 100 acres of land with a house right in the center of it. So if we wanted to go outside and do whatever, we didn't have to worry about people being on top of us, you know, neighbors, and looking and being right around us and stuff. But I grew up with houses all around my house growing up. I grew up in a mill village all my life until I moved out on my own. So there was always people around, and I've always wanted, you know, to have a place that I didn't have, you know, 50 houses around me. So anyway, it's always been a goal, or a wish for me and Mike both to have 100 acres of land with a house right in the center of it. 30 years later, we're still married, and this was our dream come true. We bought 23 acres out here for our 30th wedding anniversary. Built a little house on it, and it's just a little small house. It's only like 1,000 square feet. But we have 3 bedrooms and 2 full baths packed into that little small house. But that's all we wanted. And since then, we've bought an additional 30-some acres and given us a grand total of 51. And we are content that our dreams that we had when we first met, we have made those dreams come true. It has been a lot of hard work, a lot of headaches, but we made it happen. Now I hope buying this excavator is not going to throw us back for a loop. But so that thing's like making another house payment. But anyway, we'll deal with it. We're gonna make the best of it, and we're trying hard to enjoy our years in life, and hoping that we can get things fixed up nice for our children to be able to enjoy this property in the future as well. You can see where water's just rolling down the driveway right there, rutting it out. So I'm hoping that we can go and pull some of that out all the way down the driveway to kind of make like a little ditch area for that to roll down through, instead of, we've lost a lot of stone already. Instead of it rolling down where our tire tracks normally are, hopefully it can roll down a ditch and try to save our stone. We know we need some more stone, but that'll have to come later. But yeah, it's starting to get bad, and it gets a little worse further up here. Right there where he's at, that's where I have a hard time getting my car over to, right there. that ditch right there where it's supposed to be. It was cut out a little bit. He cut it out a while back to try to divert the water from the driveway so it wouldn't wash out like it has been. But the rain has been coming through there, but it has just made it far worse. And you can see on the other side of it, it's just been washing out through there. So it looks like maybe he's gonna put some dirt in there to hopefully make it a little smoother transition for us getting in. Over there in those up against the trees, we have a couple more culverts over there that I think we would be able to, if we need to, dig that out a little bit more and put one of those culverts right there to keep it from washing out. But I think it would be a good idea, but me and Mike's not seeing eye to eye on that. So I guess for temporary purposes, we'll just, I guess, gonna put some dirt in it. Plus it will help get my car in and out anyway. That was a long trip up the driveway.
How's it working out?
Well, what'd you say?
How's it working out?
Well, I guess it's working out good. I hope I got him talking on this thing some.
Yeah.
But he took
recording each other. Recording each
yeah.
other.
He some of the trees that was hanging out over the driveway, he took some of them out and pulled those up and stuff, and worked down there on the ditch that's washed out where we have a hard time.
Yeah.
He filled it in with some dirt a little bit to make it a smoother transition getting in and out.
That's good.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be better for my little Kia Soul and for Samantha's car too when she comes up.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, me too. Let's go look at it.
All right.
What do you think?
Hello. Hello.
You got the AC running?
Oh yeah. Trying to figure out how to pair the Bluetooth.
Oh. You got their name on there real tiny. Mount Area interested in that Bluetooth radio in there.
Yeah.
He's all into checking that out, ain't he?
Yeah.
What you doing there, Mike? Mike. Mike. He probably got it jamming so loud in there, he probably can't hear. What do you think? Okay, our tan man's gonna jump up in there and see how it sits. We're gonna teach, I say we, Mike's gonna teach him how to operate this thing too. We're gonna put him to work. He might end up loving it like his dad. I said, you might end up loving operating that thing like your dad.
I might. Well, I thought I had my first day. I don't really want to touch anything right now.
You might send things going.
Yeah.
He's never been up in a piece of equipment like this, so that's his first time sitting up in it. We got some other things we need to try to get done today besides the excavator, our new addition. So I can assure you he will have his turn at it, operating this thing. I think he's excited and can't hardly wait.
Yeah, because if you that lever right there with the red hand on it, right here, and if you set that down, then that makes everything work. Oh, it makes everything work. So right now you can turn it, nothing will happen. Okay.
So just don't knock that red lever down.
Alright. Well, if I load it. You want to jump in it?
No, I'm good. I'll have my turn too. And so you've now seen our new addition to Liberty Hill Mountain Life. We got ourselves a knot in the line.
Don't point at me.
No. Be careful, Axel. You big boy, you done fell down the stairs one time.
Benny, come on. Come on. Benny. Go around.
Look at his underside there.
Mm-hmm.
His underside.
Yeah. Bless him. That poor Axel. Bless his bones.
Breaks my heart. I didn't mean to make your video sad. I'm sorry.
It's fine. I can edit.
You don't have to come all the way back up here. You just need to get untangled in this thing.
Oh, we need right here for those, that collar thing.
Oh, we're doing that now? I thought they were just playing for a bit. You already came back up here? I don't know.
Benny, come on.
Are you going to do the collar thing now, or are you going to...
I don't know. I got to read and figure out.
Just let her run around for now, Taylor. We
Yeah.
got to do a little bit more research. We got time.
Yeah.
We just chilling. What are you doing?
I love these long leashes, but they do get to be a tangled mess, don't they?
Yeah.
What you doing, Minnie? What you doing there, Minnie Mae? Look, don't be coming all around my chair and get me all twisted
You better
up.
step on that paper so they don't make it go up under the porch.